Time and train.
Donate now at chachiplays.com for the kids. Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you.
This week we fight dragons and have some eggs on Boss Battle. Welcome everybody to Boss Battle number 89, a show in which the writers of Insert Coin to Begin get together and talk about video games. I'm your host, Bobby F. J-Town, and joining us as usual, it's Sorg. Sorg, what'd you achieve in gaming this week?
I played some Battle Block Theater. Yes, Rizz, you were right. A little bit of Deadlight, which was the free game for Xbox Gold for the second half of the month here. It's very Oddworld meets zombies, I feel. I also played a bit of that Hitman Absolution. I'm remembering why I love Hitman so much. And I was reading about that they in that one they put a focus on making it more accessible of a Hitman game, and I can kind of see that from playing some of the older ones. A little bit more Monument Valley has been pretty fun, and apparently I've played an obscene amount of MDK because I tried opening it on one of my older laptops, and apparently the app never closed, and Raptor recorded the entire thing.
Nice.
So I think that makes up for all the time that I put into the game back when I first bought it 15 years ago.
So Raptor went back in time and basically countered all your past.
I feel like that's what's happening. Yeah, like I said, like you are now exceedingly experienced in MDK. I'm like, how did you know? That was like in 1998.
Wow. MDK.
Yeah. I like MDK. It was a good game. It was a very good game. Second one, not so much.
Sorg's pretty much the premier expert on MDK now, according to Raptor.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right, Chachi, what'd you achieve this week?
It was wrestling weekend, so I didn't really do much.
Okay.
I played some Battle Block Theater and a little bit of Skyrim, right, but not much.
It was right. The only one didn't get Battle Block Theater. I missed the sale. Is that all you did this week, Chach?
Yeah, pretty much. Right. I still haven't gotten 2048. So, yeah, I haven't really accomplished much in gaming.
Okay. Rizz, what'd you achieve this week?
Well, right now, I'm going after some guy in Dark Souls 2 whose name is The Rotten. Now,
is it the trash heap from Fraggle Rock?
It looks like a trash heap.
Nice. It scares away. Sorry.
We're ace for another day.
You said the word, not me.
And
go ahead, Rizz.
It's been a slow, abnormally slow, and I died again, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna stop playing that now before I get pissed off.
All right, I achieved. What did I achieve? Oh yeah, I played a little more Final Fantasy X. Got a little further. I got up to the infamous laughing scene, which I made a vine of. And I finally downloaded Super Mario Bros. 3 in the Nintendo 3DS eShop because it was available to purchase. I wanted to download that game for so long since I think when I went to Vegas, which was at Christmas time. Just released it today. Yesterday, I guess. Or Sunday night, one of those nights. But yeah, I played a little bit of that. And I continued my quest on Family Guy Quest for Stuff. And yeah. So yeah, I have no life.
You make horrible life decisions. Get Battle
Block.
But
Rizz, I did get Titanfall, which hasn't arrived yet. So it's on sale on Amazon for the low price of $36 today. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale for, but it's for the 360, and I'm excited. All right.
Get Battle Block Theater now.
So, Chachi, you have a big event coming up pretty soon here? You want to plug
17
Chachi Place?
days. 17 days.
17
We're
days.
really, really far away from our goal. So, if you can go over to chachiplace.com and hit that donate button, it's for a good cause. Rizz did it,
I
Do
did
it.
it.
and he put
I'm
up a
not
charge
telling you
box.
what we're playing yet, Chachi.
Okay, well, you haven't picked a time slot either.
It's a secret, Chachi.
But all of the I have the championship belts. I just have to mod them. I have the participation ribbons. I just have to mod them. And last night I ordered, and I don't know if Sorg has a picture of them ready to go. But last night I ordered the custom 3D printed Chachi Plays tournament medals.
What? They're awesome.
So I don't know if
They are kind
I
of
can't.
epic.
I don't know if Sorg brought. Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah. So a very nice 3D designer named Mike Sorg from Pittsburgh reached out to friend of the event Alexa, who started working at the Toonseum, ironically, and they started talking about video games and Chachi Plays, and I was told to email him. And what he does is he's a 3D designer, so he asked me what I wanted them to look like. Well, I have a logo. I want them to look like the logo, and that's what he did. I told him just to put first, second, and third place with the tournament game, and yeah, and that's what he did. So they're about 2 inches tall and 2 inches wide, and they're made out of a sturdy plastic. I just ordered them last night, so they're actually in the processing or the production state right now. I've been tracking it like mad. So that means somewhere 3D printers are whirling up and printing out these medals.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so we got that going. Over at insertcointobegin.com and Chachi Plays, I put up a post of why I help the hearts and why the arts are good. So you can go over there and check it out. But chachiplays.com, we have 17 days. Every little bit helps.
All right. You can donate at chachiplays.com.
Yep.
All right, Chachi, you want to go around the net next?
Okay, sure. I'll keep this Chachi train rolling.
Choo-choo.
Video game themed things from around the internet. Net. All right, what do we got this week? The runners up. Over at behance.net, there is a gallery of video game characters cosplaying. You got Toad as a piranha flower, Pikachu as some stuff, and other fun art ideas. And also, it turns out there's a lot of Easter eggs in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Like a lot. Like there's Majora Mask Easter eggs in the game, and recently someone found out that there's even Slenderman.
That's scary.
Easter eggs. So, and I put the link there. You can see the video, but it's in one of the levels. As you're going through, he's in the tree line, which means it's already too late.
And a little teaser, we're going to talk about more Easter eggs a little bit later on. In the final battle.
Well, I have that's a part of this also.
And we're going to talk about more Easter eggs now.
Yeah, Kotaku. Easter was Sunday, in case you're under a rock.
In case you're an atheist.
So they went around the internet and they gathered up all of the video game themed Easter eggs. Painted. Some of the best ones I saw in the article itself, I put a picture of the Mario themed ones. They have Toad, Mario Luigi, Bullet Bill, a Goomba, Nintendo controller, One Up Guy. And it's just a giant collection of video gamed Easter eggs. My favorite is the Pokemon one that's in the post. So I recommend you check them out. Up next, I don't know why it took me so long to realize, even because I've been a part of it at one point in time, more so than just doing these shows. But people on YouTube have way too much time on their hands.
No.
Way too much time.
What?
I put a YouTube video in. A guy, did I put his? Yeah, Dan Newby on YouTube made a rendition of the Super Mario Brothers theme song. He did it using 48 wine glasses, 2 pencils, a frying pan, 7 microphones, 2 cameras, and tap water.
Wow.
And it's not that bad. It's about 5 minutes long, but it's not that bad of a rendition, and extremely creative. So, and then last but not least, despite being bought by Facebook, as soon as Oculus Rift is available for people and normal people, I'm buying it. Whether I use it or not, I'm buying it. The company deserves my money. And here's why. A game developer reached out to Oculus Rift for a little bit of assistance in helping with her elderly grandmother. Her grandma was sick and wasn't able to, she has since passed, wasn't able to get out and about like she used to do and loved doing. To the point where she couldn't even climb the stairs in her own house. So a game developer emailed Oculus Rift. She told the situation and explained that they wanted to help Grandma get outdoors and walk around one last time. The day Oculus Rift received the email, they shipped an Oculus Rift.
Wow.
And the woman who emailed them had set up, once she received it, she set up a program that was similar to Google Maps, but not more animated with like actual like animals and butterflies and stuff. Because her grandma's favorite insect was a butterfly, and she absolutely loved them. And so the video is about 13 minutes long. So I understand if you don't want to watch the whole thing, but at least watch some of it. It's amazing. Grandma picks up on using the Oculus Rift in minutes and absolutely loves it all.
Wow.
Slow clap and hugs to Oculus Rift for being a good guy and helping this old woman go outside again.
That's an amazing story.
What's that?
That's an amazing story.
Yeah. They definitely deserve my money, and they'll get it as soon as it's available to public. That's all that I have for you this week. You can go over to insertcointobegin.com and check out all the stuff that I put in this week's post. And tune in next week for the next edition of video game themed things from around the internet. Back to you, Bobby.
We're going to talk about dragons next. Not Skyrim, but Dragon Age Inquisition. The release date was announced today, October 7th. It's coming out. And what I didn't know, I thought it was just going to be for the next-gen consoles. It's actually going to be for 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, all the consoles. And they said they're going to reveal a lot more at E3. But they did reveal about the dragon battles in this one. And they said that you're going to encounter different kind of dragons. Some can breathe fire, some can breathe ice. And the dragon combat, they said, is so evolved that you're not just going to be fighting the dragon as a whole. You're going to be fighting parts of the dragon. If you attack the dragon's wings, it'll affect its flight. If you attack its leg, it's going to hobble around and limp. So I thought that was kind of cool that they're going to do that with the dragon combat. And they also said that, like the previous ones, the relationships come into effect, but they don't want to treat it like a relationship vending machine or a romance vending machine like they did in the last one. They're going to make it a little more believable, so that's cool too. What do you guys think? Do you have any interest in this in Dragon Age? I loved the originals, the first one, and I know a lot of people had trouble with the second one. I loved it, but this one sounds like it's going to be like worlds better, open world, stuff like that. So do you guys have any thoughts on it?
Honestly,
I like dragons.
Yeah, but honestly, I have never. I've played BioWare, as everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is, I've never played Dragon Age from BioWare.
They're good games.
And I don't know why this doesn't really. It doesn't really sit with me as much as I thought it would. I don't know why. Maybe I should start.
I think you should. I think you should start with Origins, because Origins was a really good game.
I'm having just to fill you guys in. I'm having a really good time messing with Sorg right now. Now that I've discovered that I can see the 3-shot of us talking and that we were all on screen at the same time, I was making a hand motions of just going at the camera. Now he's making obscene finger gestures from off screen, but it's fun. Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
Keep going, Bobby.
Oh, go ahead, Rizz. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's better than what he did when we were on when I was on this camera last time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right. Well, going back to the game.
Yeah.
The thing that we're here to talk about. The one thing that I noticed from the trailer was the dragon helmet that your main character has. Sorg, can you bring up a picture of that? I think it's like as the video caption. It's freaking amazing. I wish they would have had this one in Skyrim. It's the wings of the dragon make up the bottom half of the helmet. It's like the coolest helmet ever. So, yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
You can see it there. But I wish they would sell that and have it available on day one of the game release. Or as like special content. But I digress. Alright, we're going to move on to our next story. Which, Rizz, I think you played RBI Baseball and got mad about it?
I got mad.
Oh no, imagine that. Rizz got mad at a game.
I get mad at different games for different reasons. Dark Souls, I'm mad because I'm losing all the time.
Different strokes for different folks.
Is just bad. Like I'm probably one of the bigger sports guys here. The sports video games guys here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've played Maddens and NHL, and I know I'm not talking too much about it, but I think the one, and I wrote this in the article, I think the one big key, besides the fact that this is a bad game, is because we, as a generation, have been desensitized with the thought of us being part of the game. And by that, I mean, Chachi, you've played NHL 13.
Yeah.
And 14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm awesome, man.
Yeah. And you know what you've played
Me?
on NHL 14 and 13?
Me.
You've played as you.
All-star me. I'm like the greatest hockey player to ever play the game.
On
ever.
Your game.
Wayne who? Mario who? No. Chachi. That's who.
But our thing that, like, the thing that we like as gamers is we are in depth in that game. And again, I go back to us being as well wrestling fans.
Mm-hmm.
And we play, WWE 14 all the way down to when they went all the way down to like No Mercy, and those games had a created wrestler mode, and you get to create you, and you get to do this. And I wasn't mad because this game had bad graphics, which it did. I did not, but I was not mad because this was a bad game because of there was no point in playing this game, because there wasn't. And the fact is, there was simple controls which were okay. I had to get used to it for a while ago, but it just seems like we are just wanting to play as us, as the football player, or as the hockey all-star, or as the NBA player who slams all the time, or the professional wrestler who's main eventing every WrestleMania from here on out. And it's games like those that make us want to play them. RBI Baseball is a bad game because it's a bad game. And one of those aspects is because you don't get to play as you. And I'm just going to say it right now, Andrew McCutcheon does not look like a skinny, bald man.
What?
I'm just going to point in RBI Baseball. Andrew McCutcheon is bald, and he has no muscle mass.
Well, you also have to find out if they have player likeness rights.
Yeah, that's true too.
That is true.
Because if they don't have player likeness rights, then that explains why it's not.
At least make them close.
Maybe it was a different Andrew McCutcheon, and they got the rights to that guy.
There's some guy on.
It's like, oh, we got the wrong one.
Good, but no,
it's too late. Just go with it.
But I just want to get your thoughts about this. Do you guys feel that if there is no created mode in that game to put you in the game, like EA Sports has redefined nonstop, as WWE and as much as we gave shit about THQ redefined nonstop. Do you think the fact that there's nothing that there's something to do in those sports games and make it personal for us to play it? Do you think that's why these games are successful?
Yeah, but we were raised in the generation that had the NES, which, we had Blades of Steel, where they just had random characters, But then again, even Wii Sports had yourself as a created Mii, whatever they're called, a Mii, yeah.
The Miis, yeah, the Miis.
So, there's a two-way street. I don't know.
You can do Mario Kart as a Mii.
Yeah. But you don't necessarily have to play as yourself, because you don't necessarily play as yourself in other games. It would be nice, but not all games have that feature.
Okay, Bobby.
And from the looks of it,
Road to WrestleMania.
Like how much was RBI Baseball? Was it a downloadable title?
Maybe $15-20.
Was it a downloadable title?
Yes.
That's probably why they didn't have to create a player feature in it. Because they probably didn't have the resources to make that.
I don't mind that it didn't have that as much. I just feel like most sports games are now desensitized if they don't have it.
Yeah, I see your point.
Because
you're saying it feels like a standard feature that nobody should miss these days.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't care. Like I said, right now,
who was that
my
voice?
character in Dark Souls has bright blue hair and green eyebrows.
Calculon's back.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right. Are we? Can we move on?
You want to move on? I want to talk about good things, Bobby. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, if you want to continue, go ahead.
No.
Because I am going to perform a magic trick.
Oh man.
Okay. For our audio listeners. A picture was released today from Call of Duty 2014. That's all they're going by right now because they don't have a name for it yet. From Sledgehammer Studios, the first Call of Duty from the new studio. The image I'm going to describe for everybody right now. Buckle your seatbelts.
Oh.
All right. It is of a man's face. He has stubble like a mustache, and he has a strap from his helmet that looks like a strap of a fanny pack, strapping his chin in nice and tight. He has tan skin.
What?
It's very detailed. Okay?
Okay.
There is another man in the background with a hat on. A couple feet away from him. That man has a beard.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he's very blurry, like Bigfoot.
What?
Okay? That is all they released. Ta-da.
Perfect, Bobby.
All right. But
Wow.
the important thing is they said that they're going to reveal more at E3, like all your E3 teasers are starting to come out now because we're getting closer to the event. That's
E3.
their teaser was the picture of the guy with the mustache and the fanny pack strapped to his head.
Fanny pack.
But it looks like a buckle that you would find on a child's backpack or a fanny pack. All right. Before I make too many people mad.
I'm very angry at you, Bobby.
Another small thing I want to touch on. Do you guys remember the game Fatal Frame 2 or Fatal Frame for PS1 or PS2? I think it was for.
I don't.
It was about
No.
the two Japanese girls, the twin sisters that
Ew.
were going through like a haunted house, and they took pictures, and the only way you could take out ghosts was to take a picture of the ghost.
I remember seeing the review, and it was a very interesting looking game.
It was a very underrated game for its time. A lot of people really loved the game. They announced today that Fatal Frame 2 is going to be released for the WiiU, surprisingly. And they also said they're probably going to make a live action movie about Fatal Frame. So I thought that was kind of cool. They're bringing a title back that a lot of fans like. It was basically like a cult title, and
in a day where Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 6 exist, I'm not surprised by this.
Yeah. But this is the second like cult classic that's come to the Wii U. I think they're going for that niche market where they're just, focusing on maybe the hardcore of hardcore gamers as far as that goes.
I'm just gonna point this out right now. Dark Souls was not a good it wasn't a big game when it first came out.
Yeah.
But
Well, it
you
was
had
on
those hardcore gamers who played it nonstop.
Yeah, it was only for PS3 at first, right?
Yeah.
It's Demon Souls. So,
Oh, Demon Souls.
but this isn't gonna make me run out to buy a Wii U, but it's getting intriguing with the Wii U. I mean, they have some interesting ideas. One of the trifectas that the Holy Trinity, I call it. Mario Kart 8 is coming out soon, so we'll see how that goes. And then if they get another Zelda game, and once Smash Brothers comes out, even though it's pretty much the same game for 3DS, I might think about maybe
Don't say it.
about maybe
Don't say it. Don't.
getting a Wii U eventually. Maybe on sale for like $5. But I'll think about it. All right, and Assassin's Creed. They announced some things for Assassin's Creed, the next Assassin's Creed game today, and a milestone for the franchise. It passed 73 million units in sales. So kudos to those guys. But they said that Unity, the new game, is going to have a 4-player co-op story mode. That's the big rumor for Assassin's Creed Unity. I don't know if this makes it any like. Are you guys gonna think about picking it up possibly because of that, or are you gonna get it regardless?
It's called Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say Chachi's
Yeah.
a super fan, so I think he's gonna get it.
So yeah, I'll pick it up.
And the fact that there's co-op now
Mhm.
is amazing.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by that too. So hopefully it's online co-op and offline co-op too. But they're kind of going away from that as a whole, anyways. So, all right. And there's an Easter egg story here that I didn't know anything about.
Because there's an Easter egg
Yeah,
for you, Bobby.
Mario and Luigi at the White House Easter egg roll.
Oh,
Who put
Yeah.
that in there? Who would like to talk about that?
Do we have to?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I didn't put it there, so I don't know. I don't know who did. I know
Hey
the
guys.
story.
Hey
Nintendo.
guys.
Yeah,
I actually put that in there.
you did.
Oh.
I'm running your tweets, and as I was
What?
tweeting out for your stuff, I
No,
happened to see this story tweeted by Nintendo.
This is wife of the show, Missy,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hi.
for those who don't know,
producer
Yeah.
Missy.
Anyway, yeah, Nintendo joined the White House for the 2014 Easter egg roll, and they had Mario and Luigi present. So since you guys are a video game podcast, and it was Easter this past weekend, I figured 2 eggs in 1.
Awesome.
You like that?
Did they catch any?
I like
any
that.
Sneaking
eggs?
stuff in.
I'm sorry.
I said you're just sneaking stuff in.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things that I get to do. Yeah, you guys handled that very well though.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, who put this here?
There was an
I
Easter
knew
egg
about
for
it. I
us.
passed it over because I wasn't that excited about it.
Oh, see, I thought it was really
Yeah.
cool. I liked it.
I thought it was Rizz that snuck it in there because he was the one that had the idea about our final round, which is about Easter eggs, coincidentally.
Which is why I
Easter
stuck this in there.
eggs.
Yeah.
See, you like that? Nice segue.
Thank you very much. All right. Is there any more on the Mario and Luigi thing?
Nope.
No, that was it.
No.
All right. Guys, going with the final round question. Since Easter was this past Sunday, what are some of your favorite Easter eggs in video games? Who wants to start?
Easter eggs. Easter eggs.
I'll start.
Go ahead, Rizz.
The first Easter egg I've ever encountered was playing Legend of Zelda,
Okay.
and the pictures of Mario, and I think Yoshi was back there too. in the courthouse, in the little courthouse where you found Zelda,
Okay.
and that was the first one that I picked out, that I found out on my own, no help whatsoever. I was just looking up at the windows. I'm like, something's gonna happen here, and then all of a sudden I see Mario's face right in front of me. And also, I got kind of another one, but it's kind of not a video game per se.
Okay.
Everybody knows the Konami code, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right?
By heart.
Yes.
No. Riz, no one knows the Konami code.
All right. So an Archer. If everybody knows me, I like to watch Archer.
Oh, I did hear
nonstop.
about this. Yeah.
And there was a certain code written on Dr. Krieger's launch code. The launch code reads 55, 55, 44, 44, 4C, 52, 4C, 52, 42, 41. In the hex value into text reads UUDDLRLRBA. The Konami code was in there.
Up, down, down, left,
And
right, left, right, BA.
Krieger then goes on and says it's some sort of hex. Huh?
Very nice. Chachi, what's your favorite Easter egg?
But yeah, that those are my.
I really don't know. I'm not one for Easter eggs.
No.
I don't.
But you'll make the bunny sad.
Yeah, well, you know what? Screw him. No, I don't really spend that much time looking for Easter eggs. I don't. I play the games for playing the games.
Any cool ones that you've heard of that you liked?
I really can't think of any right now, honestly.
Can I just bring up not one that I've experienced, but everybody remembers hot coffee, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hot coffee.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. The
Makes them
GTA
San
San Andreas, I got him some hot water. Apparently, it was in the code on the PC. I think you could hack it to get into it, but apparently, it was the fact that it was in the code and people figured out how to get to it on a PlayStation 2 got Rockstar in a little bit of trouble that it was in there, and they were that would have made them a adult only rating with that being in there officially. For those who don't know, it was what was it? It was just like a scene of the guy in there with his girlfriend.
It was a sex
Yeah, and
scene.
they
It
cut
was
to
basically a
they
sex
cut to
scene.
black.
It was just sexy.
Which, like, I think back to that, and I think about the stuff that I've experienced in like Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you get a full-on lap dance.
Yeah, exactly. Plus,
Yeah.
like, if you took a hooker to the car would do worse than that did.
Yeah.
Like-
So, other than that, I remember, and I can't remember if I actually went and found this or if this was just something I read about in Doom when you could find a secret room and it was like George Romero's head on a pike.
Yeah.
You know, like stuff like that, and I don't really kind of consider half the secret stuff you find in Duke Nukem Easter eggs. Just that's what Duke Nukem was.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, so.
All right, I
And
have
also,
one. Or
like,
I have
in
I
those
have two.
comedy
One that I
games,
have
like-
discovered.
Hold on, guys.
one that
What was that, Bobby?
Bobby.
I have two. One that I have discovered, and one that I just discovered today, like looking up top 10 Easter eggs. The heart of the Statue of Liberty in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool. And in the game Just Cause 2, if you take a plane and I just learned this tonight, if you fly it over one of the islands, the plane starts to break up. You go down and you end up on the island from Lost. And the entire island is like, you have the hatch on the island, you have different stations you can go in, just different things, and the smoke monster's there. So I really want to find that and check it out. And I have Just Cause 2, so I'm probably going to do it soon. So I'm excited. Just found out about it now.
Awesome.
Like,
All right.
I was gonna say, in those games where those comedy games,
Mhm.
you find a lot of Easter eggs. Like I know
yeah.
playing
Yeah.
Saints Row 4, there's just a total non-stop parody of every video game ever.
Grand Theft Auto has a billion of them.
Like I know for a fact that like there's a point where it mentions Mass Effect 4's, Mass Effect 3's, every sex scene is doable. Is pretty much spot on.
You know,
Like it just goes, hey, I'm just gonna go over here and do this one, and then go over here and do this one. So it's kind of a crossover between Grand Theft Auto and Mass Effect, where you can just do
This
anything
is-
you want.
this is kind of a side on that, but do you guys remember like all the games that have like other games as arcade cabinets and you can actually
Yeah.
go and play it?
Mhm.
And Missy, help me with this. Didn't like there's certain games where they'll do that, but it's actually other games by the developer. Like I believe Shenmue had a like Space Harrier and stuff in there, right?
Also,
Like they had a bunch of Sega games like as cabinets, like older ones, and you're just like, I just want to play the games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what was the racing game that had Geometry Wars, and then Geometry Wars actually became a game in like the arcade?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember what game it is though. I don't remember.
But
Bobby, that's gonna eat Bobby up. You don't even know.
I have failed as a host.
There was Uplink for PC, which was a hacking game.
mhm.
You could access the game server from War Games
Nice.
and play global thermonuclear war.
Hmm.
Would you like to play a game?
Random thing,
Yeah.
Chachi. Do you remember? Were you around when I used to get those PC Gamer CDs
Yeah,
and the Coconut Monkey?
yeah, the coconut monkey.
Because they were basically like this that came with the magazine. It had like game demos and applications and stuff. But they had this big multimedia front end that loaded, and you clicked on things, and you like went down in the basement, and it was the PC Gamer offices, and you just found random stuff. And eventually, you found the thing that would actually install your demo of Mega Race 2. But yeah, those are interesting times.
Isn't that called the Stanley Parable now? Where you just go into an office.
Mm-hmm.
That's an indie game joke. All right, that's gonna do it for us this week. Chachi, you got Chachi Plays coming up. You want to plug it one more time for everybody?
Yep, chachiplays.com. Every little bit helps. It's for the arts.
Yep.
For
And you
the arts.
You can follow us on Twitter at InsertCoinTV. You can visit us at InsertCoinToBegin.com. New articles going up daily. And you can join us live every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com. Special thanks to Michael Allen and Missy for helping us with the notes this week. And that's going to do it for us all. For at Sorgatron, at the Rizz, at Chachi Says.
And Chachi Plays.
I'm at Bobby
Yeah,
F.
Chachi Plays.
J-Town and Chachi Plays. Game over.
Chachi Plays.